Knight of Gamblers follows Michael Chan, a master gambler once mentored by the legendary god of gamblers. When a cunning fraud named Hussein challenges his title and reputation, Michael is forced to prove he's the one true Knight of Gamblers. At the same time, a quirky, supernaturally gifted gambler named Singh, hoping to become a disciple of the god of gamblers, crosses paths with Michael. As dark schemes unfold and powerful enemies rise, the two must join forces to expose the truth, protect a legacy, and outplay fate itself in a world where every card can change everything. From Hong Kong legends to Korean cult hits, we've got the craziest films covered. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Our movie begins at the casino night, where we get to know that after being mentored by the god of gamblers, Michael Chan has become a top gambler and is now renowned in the United States, where he is branded as the Knight of Gamblers. As Michael Chan is giving his speech, a man objects to the concept of the god of gamblers. Michael finds out that this man is an immigrant from HK named Cien Tai. Cien Tai challenges Michael to show his talent, and they bet $100,000 per hand. Michael wins this gambling game, and with the winning money, he gives it to the poor, which earns him the name Knight of Gamblers. The story shifts to Singh. Despite being a world champion gambler, he is living in poverty since he cannot spend any money won by using his supernatural powers, as it gives him bad luck. So his uncle, Blackie Tat, suggests he plead with the god of gamblers to accept him as a disciple. Singh uses his power of penetrating eyes to know what the god of gamblers is doing right now, and he is able to see him gambling. But as he watches, he sees that someone has shot toward him, not knowing who. As the power of Singh ends here, he can use it just once. Singh's uncle tells him that the god of gamblers is coming to HK soon, so they should shoot a video and send it to him. But instead of pleading with him to be his mentor, Singh makes it look like he is challenging the god of gamblers to make it unique and is branded as the Saint of Gamblers. After sending a video to Michael, which he dismisses, Singh and Tat march into Michael's mansion, where Singh presents himself as the Saint of Gamblers and shows his skills to Michael, but Michael manages to surpass all of his skills. Somehow, Singh manages to make Michael play a game with him, and he plays, saying if Singh loses, he will never disturb him. And after losing, they are kicked out by the ladder. They don't give up and sneak in again at night, but this time they're caught and beaten by Michael's bodyguard. Even after that, they refuse to leave, insisting that Michael should become Singh's mentor. However, Michael turns them down, and they end up waiting outside all night. The scene then shifts to a prison, where Mr. Chan is serving a 5-year sentence. He was framed for manslaughter by Ko Chun. Hussein informs him that the god of gamblers, Ko Chun, has been hiding out in South America living a quiet life, but his disciple, Little Knife, referring to Michael, is still active, so they plan to go after him first. Their goal is to ruin the reputation of the god of gamblers and use his name to scam people. Meanwhile, Michael is relaxing by the pool with his bodyguard. To punish Singh and his uncle for not leaving, he makes them kneel like dogs. Just then, a group of armed thugs storms the mansion, targeting Michael. It turns out Hussein sent the assassins. Michael fights off several attackers and manages to escape with Singh and Tat. But during the chaos, his bodyguard is knocked out by an explosion and taken away by Black Panther. Michael brings Singh and Tat to his village's old home, which is inhabited by his underling, Raven, and Sam. There, they call to find out about Ng's whereabouts to no avail and find out that Mr. Shung Shan is dead, who is the only person who held proof that Michael is the Knight of Gamblers. Singh comes up with an idea to track down Ng. Using his supernatural powers, he sees a vision of an unconscious Ng being taken to a bar. He immediately heads there with his uncle Tat. At the bar, they meet the owner, Dream Lo, who surprisingly looks just like Singh's former crush, Yi Meng. To Singh's disappointment, Dream Lo quickly takes a liking to Tat instead of him. She begins clinging to Tat, paying no attention to Singh at all. Wanting to impress her, Dream Lo suddenly pretends to feel unwell, which sparks a small argument between Singh and Tat about who should take her home. Both insist, but Tat ends up winning the argument by saying that since he's older, Singh should respect him and let him do it. Feeling defeated, Singh backs off while Tat leaves with Dream, setting off a mix of jealousy and awkwardness between the two. In the morning, Singh hasn't slept all night, and Michael asks why. Singh tells him about his uncle taking his girl last night, which makes Michael furious as they went to the bar to find but ended up distracted. Later, Tat returns home happily and becomes smitten with Dream, much to Singh's annoyance, and pleads with Singh to give him some of his supernatural powers. But there are 3 conditions that Tat must remember, and if he breaks any of them, all of Singh's powers will disappear too. Later at night, Tat visits Dreamlow's house and sees some men there. After asking, he finds out they are elite customers who visit her restaurant often. Dreamlow convinces Tat to gamble with them and win their money using his powers. One of the conditions was that Tat couldn't use the money he won through gambling. Meanwhile, Michael finds out from the newspaper that someone is fraudulently using the name Night of Gamblers. The group plans to promote a fake casino ship project to scam people. Michael decides to expose Hussein and prove he is the real Night of Gamblers. Michael and Singh go to Brother Cow's, and Michael makes Cow gamble with Singh, saying Singh is so rich and Cow should take his money through gambling, and Cow falls into Michael's trap. On the other side, Tat uses the powers to win a stud poker game at Dream's house and gives some of his winnings to Dream, causing himself and Singh, whose power energy is connected to lose their supernatural powers. Singh, sitting in the gambling game, feels that his power is stuck, but with help from Michael, they manage to win enough funds from Brother Cow's gambling den. While leaving from there, Singh tells Michael that he has lost all his power and now he can't help him with gambling anymore. On the other side, his uncle Tat is still at Dreamlow's house feeling unwell, and suddenly Hussein comes, and it is then revealed that Hussein found out from a mainland Chinese supernatural power expert, Tai Quan, how to get rid of Singh's powers and forced Dream, who owes him $2 million to manipulate Tat. But still, Hussein doesn't forgive Dreamlow's debt and tells her to return the money in 1 week. Hussein kidnaps Tat. The next day on the ship, Hussein holds a press conference representing himself as a disciple of the god of gamblers and says all revenue gathered from this ship will be used for charity purposes. At the same moment, Michael, with Singh, comes there and confronts Hussein, telling everyone that he is the real Knight of Gamblers, not him. Hussein, still being patient, tells Michael to stop making a scene, but Michael doesn't stop and asks Hussein if he is a real disciple. Then he should know where the god of gamblers is. Hussein says that the god of gamblers is traveling around the world, and he can't just contact him, but Singh claims that he is in Brazil, and Michael tells he can connect with him in front of everyone. This brings media attention to them. To prove who is the real Knight of Gamblers, they hold a match. The match begins without wasting any time. However, Hussein's ship is surveilled with high technology to help him cheat. They know every card of Michael by using security cameras in that room and send alerts to Hussein to choose wisely. He gets to know all the cards of Michael, and it makes Michael suspect that they must have some type of devices in the room that are helping Hussein, so he decides to do another challenge. The challenge of calling the god of gamblers and seeing whose call he will pick. As Michael calls the god of gamblers in front of everyone, and he also picks up the phone, Michael sees Tat and being held at gunpoint by Hussein's men. Michael hangs up the call. Hussein calls Singh and Michael's swindlers and tells them to leave. Hussein also tells them to come tomorrow, as the ship will sail tomorrow, and tells them that they can have some games tomorrow too with Hussein. At night, it rains heavily, and Michael sits in the rain, blaming himself and feeling hopeless, and Singh comes to comfort him. But still, they both feel hopeless as they have lost their money, so they can't gamble now. And Singh has lost his power, and Michael, even if he tries, couldn't win through electrical devices in the casino. Seeing them both hopeless, a Kuwaiti man comes and tells them not to lose hope, as they have lost their homeland, but still they are struggling, so they should also, and it motivates Singh and Michael. In the morning, both being ready to leave to face Hussein, but Michael puts Singh to sleep using his technique, and when he wakes up, he sees a letter there which Michael has left, telling him that he has left for the ship of Hussein alone, and tells Singh not to come as he doesn't have his powers anymore, and Hussein are dangerous people. The gambling is going on Hussein's ship, and they have already won $200 million in no time. Michael goes there and meets Hussein, and Michael says he wants another game, and Hussein tells him that a person should have $3 million to participate in King of Cards. And Michael, not having money, borrows $20 from Hussein and goes to play the game. Michael, being conscious of their trick, sees that they change the dice numbers by devices, and he plays according to it, and he also fools the cameras by making his cards look different in the camera. And that's how Michael wins $100,000 and leaves the game, making Hussein furious. Meanwhile, Singh has also come to the casino, and he gets to meet Dreamlo and asks if she is okay and why she did that to him. Dream reveals that she owes money to Hussein, and also, Hussein is a dangerous guy and has prepared some evil tricks against Singh and Michael. Dreamlo then asks if Singh can restore his powers in any way, and Singh reveals he has restored his powers once, the time when he had met his old crush, Yi Meng. Dreamlo tries to make his power come back by becoming intimate with him. Singh restores his powers and goes to Michael. There, he sees a guy with one eye who has more powers than Singh, and he also warns Michael not to look at him. They start the game and know the number of dice, but Michael tells Singh that they change numbers while using a button, and Singh makes that button not work with his powers. But it was useless as the one-eyed guy changed dice numbers with his power. Singh does the same, and they both battle to change the numbers of the dice, and the dice all get smashed in this process. Hussein comes, apologizes to people, and tells them to take their money back and play again, as the dice had problems this time. Michael and Singh knew they can't let the one-eyed guy use his power in every game, and they made a plan. They take their coins and get up from their seats and decide to go to different tables to gamble. The one-eyed guy follows both, but he can't keep following them together, so Singh makes him run after himself. Singh stops at a table, and the one-eyed guy follows him, and it is revealed that Singh got a pack of cigarettes, not chips, as Michael at the other table has already started gambling and has won 13 million. Singh makes the one-eyed guy stop with his power. Michael, on the other side, manages to win $25 million and tells Hussein that, as he has the money now, he can join King of Cards. Before the game starts, Michael scans all the cameras present in the room, and Singh destroys them using his powers. Tat and Dreamlo arrive at the scene. Tat wants to expose Hussein's identity, but Singh tells him to stay quiet, as they will make Hussein lose, which will automatically reveal who he is. The game begins, and the one-eyed man reads everyone's cards using his power, but Michael doesn't let him see his hand. Michael bets $3 million and wins the round. He keeps winning every game, and eventually, all the other players leave, leaving only Michael and Hussein to face each other. Hussein then calls on the one-eyed man, named Tycoon, to join the game. In response, Michael asks Singh to join as well. The game begins, and Singh suggests starting with a $3 million bet. As the match continues, both sides end up betting all $20 million. Tycoon tries to manipulate the cards, but Michael and Singh have already planned their strategy carefully, which helps them win. Tycoon loses all his powers and leaves. Hussein becomes furious after being humiliated in front of everyone. He angrily tells the crowd to leave them alone. As the others exit, Hussein's bodyguards enter with guns and point them at Michael, Singh, Tat, and Dream. But Singh uses his powers of illusion to turn the guns into snakes. Just then, bodyguard Ung and his sister arrive to help. Ung opens fire and tells his sister to protect Michael. Singh ensures Dream is safe and tells her to go into a room while he deals with the attackers. Meanwhile, Tat and Michael are also fighting off the guards. Michael spots Hussein trying to escape and forces him to his knees at gunpoint. Hussein begs for mercy, claiming he will go to jail if he is harmed. Michael demands that he confess the truth and reveal who the real Knight of Gamblers is. Hussein admits everything, and Michael spares him, instructing Ung to call the police once the ship is anchored. However, Hussein attempts to shoot Michael, but Tat warns him in time. Together, they beat Hussein up. At the end of the movie, Michael and Singh agree on a plan. Since Singh cannot use the money he wins through gambling, he will let Michael win, and Michael will spend that money on the poor. This way, Michael becomes richer, Singh becomes poorer, and then Michael will give his money to Singh. As they're talking, the god of gamblers suddenly steps out of a car, surprising both of them. And the movie ends. If you watch this far, you're clearly a fan. Hit that sub button for more wild Asian movie chaos. Got a favorite movie you want recapped next? Drop it in the comments. I'm always checking your suggestions. See you in the next one.